The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is CNEagles.com. I'm Eric Kane, joined by Carson-Newman track and field coach David Needs. Coach, your team kind of splitting up again this season, but almost in a smaller fashion. Kevin Snead, after trying to go to Clemson last weekend, he'll finally make the trek over to the Tiger Paw Invitational this weekend to run in the 60-meter dash. And then the distance runners and the pole vaulters are going to head to the JDL Team Challenge. No jumpers, the majority of your field athletes are not taking part in events this weekend. So what is the methodology behind that?
Well, I think that one of the things that we're trying to do, Eric, is we're trying to have a big week next week. Next week's the last week to qualify, so what we're trying to do is make sure some people are rested because they're probably going to need to know, hey, I need to jump this to be included in nationals or run this, and so we want to make sure that they've got fresh legs because 4 weeks in a row for a track athlete would be tough if we went this week with them. And then, for some of the distance kids have had off for a week, so we're trying to bring them in. This is not like other team sports where, hey, we have a game this week, the entire team goes and plays. Track, you're a little bit more individual, and you find surfaces and places that are better for that individual.
Snead has been recorded in the 200-meter and 60-meter one time on the season after getting kind of a late start. A 6.80 is probably what he needs to run to get the qualification to the Nationals. What does he need to do this weekend, running in a competitive field with some fast runners to get that time? Well,
we're hoping we've got him in 2 meets actually this weekend. We've got him at Clemson, and then we also have him at JDL, so he can go to both. But what we're hoping is that, from a start standpoint, from a takeoff standpoint in the 60, that he can really go and do some things well, not try to be too big, be patient. As even in a 60-meter race, you have to be patient. You have to start well. So we're hoping to have worked on the starts a little bit and feel good. We've also got him entered in the 200 at Clemson, which is a bank track or a hydraulic lift track. So we think that he could probably get a pretty decent time in the 200 too. If he qualifies in both and gets to go to nationals in both, that's all the better for him and for us. And so we're hoping that that's the case. We also have got the JDL meet where they've got some pretty good runners that are going to be there, especially one of the faster kids in Division II. And so the idea is that if we feel that he's fresh enough and he's improving or he feels good, then maybe we'll get him one more meet the next day.
Your two pole vaulters, Marshall Shank and Torrey Gall, haven't had the ideal season so far. I know both of them have been battling through some injuries, but both coming off incredible indoor and outdoor campaigns a year ago. What do they need to do to make that push for Gall, her second indoor national, and for Shank, his first national appearance?
Well, excuse me. I think that one of the things that they both need to do is, Torrey's been battling more injuries than Marshall, but we always say this for high jumpers and for pole vaulters. It's big jumps on big bars. So it's not the little bars, the ones that you can clear easy. But it's a progression of getting to that point. And then once you get to that big point, it's how well you do. Like for Tanner, how well you do at 7.1 and 7.2. For Torrey and for Marshall, how well you do in a standard that will get you to nationals. And then what will make you relevant at nationals. And so what we're hoping is that when we get those opportunities that we take advantage of them and then we maximize those chances.
Well, thanks, Coach, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
He is Carson-Newman track and field coach David Needs. I'm Eric Kane, and this is CNEagles.com.